Welcome to Profile Traders. This is Reza and you're listening to my market analysis for January the 14th. As I warned you in the big picture that as long as we were remaining into this channel, the situation was going to be very chaotic. And I also remember telling you that 1980 was your area of support, significant support. And if we were going to break that level on a closing basis, then I also mentioned that there was nothing really substantial before we would drop to 1960. Same thing is remaining valid here. Your bottom critical support is 1980 now. If we do break it, the drop could become quite sharp and it could go one shot towards 1960. On the upside, nothing bullish will happen until we break above 2025. So it is very possible that if activity slows down, that we are going to spend sometimes between 2025 to 1980 until we break one way or another. Above 2025, we should have no problem to go retest 2050. So above 25, I'm targeting 2050. Below 1980, I'm targeting 1960. As long as it remains inside 1980 to 2025, expect for very much so chop and very neurotic back and forth until one of these two big levels break decisively. Now we're going to look into crude. It seems to me that we finally found some support down here. And all it took, it was for that Saudi Prince Walid to come and talk very bearish about crude, only to see today being a very massive push to the upside. Very typical. At the end of every cycle that becomes super visible and attracts the attention of the general media, such as, for example, the price of crude having dropped from $108 to $44 in a matter of 2 months, it's news. And when it's at the $44, $45, all of a sudden and miraculously, every idiot that there is out there becomes this massive scientist and analyst that knows all about oil, where it should go, why it's down here, how it came down here, and how much lower from 44 it's gonna go. And usually when these idiots are out barking, you put in the bottom. So for this Mr. Walid, Prince Saud, to come and give his, in my opinion, humble opinion, useless opinion about crude at 40 and change and talking all bearish and negative about crude, this was the reason why we rallied today. There is too many bearishness now involved into the market. The easy trade from down here is like, I'm gonna go short and again get paid. Well, today if you shorted and you were expecting to get paid, they peeled your skin instead. So this is definitely a break up on the upside from a bottom building down here. Now we have to keep in mind that since there is not much of a fundamental reasons behind, or I should say expect excess bearishness and a massive amount of shorts that would take profit, which would make price act like it did today, but past the point, that's all gonna fizzle. And since there is absolutely no shortage of oil out there, and on the top of it there are gluts or glutes, however you say it, of oil all over the world, and you add to that the economic slowdown that we are witnessing, Latin America, Europe, China, etc., it will make every up move short-lived. Therefore, do not be surprised at all that once it's gonna get towards area of first this POC up there around 49.20, then about 50 max, that is gonna take a nasty little beating again from 50 all the way to come down to retest the lows. So extreme moves to the upside are great opportunities. Buys towards the bottom established down here should be a great buy opportunities. On the upside, you should not expect miracles because fundamentals are against CL right now. And on the downside, do not expect absolute meltdown and destruction if you have the bright bulb in your head going on that you are a genius shorting oil at 44, for example. So we are seller right around 50-ish if we get there, and we would be buyer right around 46-ish. Because why? These are the two best trade locations based on my humble opinion. As for gold now, we are looking at a very bullish again. Well, no, I take that back. We are looking at a double top retest of the 1940 of the 1240 that I told you it was our upside target, and now it's down. Can I say that this is horrible? No, it's not horrible at all. I remember you have this chart in one of my recaps. I told you this was our sell zone and this was our buy zone. Oh yeah, I gave you this chart at the first recap after the new year, so you can go and look. It's not like I'm a charlatan and I just did what the high is and I put the lines on there and say, oh, I called the high. No, this was out, I believe January 3rd or 2nd. Go check it out. But in any case, the rejection from this level is normal and anticipated. Have we done anything bearish? No, because the overall, the trend line overall is still up. So we can readjust the trend line and we could easily come back down again. As I told you before, as long as we remain above 1200, these little pullbacks are still from shy buyers that got so badly punished last year that they use these little swings to take profit. But the strength of the market, we will see how it acts upon holding or not 1200. But if we can clear this 1245 area, then there should be no problem shooting towards 1275 to 1280 as my next target. So support should come in first at 1224, 1217, and then after that 1200. A reminder, I am giving a 3 days workshop end of January. It's going to be all about level-based trading, meaning I will teach you everything that you need to know about picking the levels that are high probability, low probability, when to fade them, when to go with the break with them. A lot of hands-on trading applications regarding trading off levels, which to me is the most professional way of approaching the market by far. So if you are interested, register. It's on the main website, www.profiletraders.com. It's priced at $375, and I personally guarantee that you are going to get your money way back on what you will be learning alone. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.